Dr. Amit, like Shivnadar University, it's a part of Shivnadar Foundation, founded by founder and chairman of HCL Technologies, and we recently have been awarded as the Institute of Eminence, wherein government has identified 25 institutes across India, because world university rankings of Indian universities are not so great. We have been recently awarded the Institute of Eminence by MHRD, and it's with the likes of IIT Madras and IIT IASC Bangalore for the same. So that's more of the research focus approach that we are having. I guess faculties would be able to cover much more better apart from the same. So we can move to the next slide. So
I did.
yeah, so Dr. Ramesh, I would like you to take things ahead because the Department of Mechanical Engineering, you will be able to make understand things more better and to take it forward from over here.
Okay. We have 12 members, faculty members, and all are PhD holders from IITs, IIC, or from abroad, and having experience in from industry as well as postdoctoral research experience as well. Even, for example, even Shantanu Mitra having postdoctoral experience from Virginia Tech, and we also have visiting faculties from Cranfield University as well as from University of Edinburgh. So this is a small illustration of this, and we have a mixture of faculties with various backgrounds. If you can split up into major thrust areas, for example, design, manufacturing, advanced materials, and production engineering and mechatronics. So various advanced research domains we are able to work, and we have a very good input from the one of the major advantage to have is very bright young BTech students and as well as PhD students. Crores of rupees has been spent on the educational aspect, including Kiran Nadar Museum of Art. So this is all about a snapshot of our foundation. Please feel free to interrupt any point of time, any kind of question or any kind of a discussion. It is most welcome. Now, as I mentioned, we have the spread across 5 schools and quite good number of interdisciplinary research centers also we have come across. One of the recently we started with the Dassault Systems, where we have SNU Dassault Systems Center of Excellence we started, where 18 members faculties are becoming a core team which are representing with different departments. So we want to bring it a multidisciplinary kind of a culture, which is a kind of a bright, young, bright students across India, representing all the states, all the territories, such a way that a creamy layer who is really interested or a passion for education, we are trying to take up, and good amount of scholarships also we are providing even at undergraduate level. When it comes to the screening process, it is IIT JEE, which is the primary one, and then we also have SNU side, and then they followed by the combination. We can get a very well bright young students from the pool of whatever the +2 standards almost, and also we are getting very good PhD students as the foundation is giving very good financial support. For example, a PhD student right from the joining date, he will get a scholarship of 50,000 rupees, which is including free accommodation at hostel for unmarried. This is a kind of opportunities that is given to undergraduate research, which we call it as on the flagship of OUR, opportunities for undergraduate research, where each faculty can guide or can mentor 1 or 2 students from the undergraduate. That means we are able to provide research flavor right from the undergraduate, and we have seen very good response what we are able to get it, because they are those students who are having very good innovative ideas. They are coming with, even some students are coming with even patents. So it's even conference papers, journal publications, patents, even some of them come up with their own startups also. So this is a kind of very unique and a very productive kind of initiative what SNU has taken. And if you look at quite good number of research grants apart from SNU Foundation, which is a major kind of contribution is coming to the research and other activities, but in terms of the external research also we are getting good number of fundings. So this is the kind of illustration over the Bird Lab, which is called as Bio-Inspired Robotics and Design Lab, which is abbreviated as Bird. And we have a very good laboratory from the point of view of advanced manufacturing. Though because of some other engagement, our HOD, current HOD could not join. He is from materials background, and we have quite extensive material testing characterization facilities we have made. And also I am representing multifunctional composites lab, and it is what I taken from my PhD at IISc and in aerospace engineering. I continued in the similar domain and extended my work in this domain, as well as now I'm working towards 3D printing additive manufacturing also. We are shortly going to already the funding is approved, and we are going to set up one more lab on the additive manufacturing. So this is again a subset of what.
And put my perspective, what I personally do. I can introduce myself a little bit, and then I can tell you where I can come on and help you. I mean, the whole idea here is, we are trying to help the students, put it this way, right?
Correct.
And then in a nutshell, so I can tell you what can I do, what I have in my mind, and so forth. So if you can go into the details of the workshop, what this workshop is about, what you're trying to look at, what is the objective here. So, what it will help me is probably to shape my presentation, put it this way,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, for next 5 minutes, if you can explain me that, then I can talk, because as I said, just for the sake of time, I'm saying.
Yeah. So, Dr. Ramesh, I've shared one of the presentation with the agenda of the Synergens that we are planning ahead.
I mean, so, I have your email that you send it to me, and I read it, which gives me a pretty good idea. But looks like you guys are having this week of career something, right? And you're engaging a lot of people, and you are trying to say, hey, Amit, could you please come and talk to students? And I think this is what the idea here is, if I'm not wrong, right? Listen to me. I can tell you what I did, but make your own judgment. I'm not here to preach. I'm not a preacher. I'm not a priest here. I can tell you what will happen, and there are many ways. And then what happened even after that, I worked for Rolls-Royce, and I worked for Johns Hopkins as a postdoc. Then I worked to Oak Ridge National Lab. Then I worked at Johns Hopkins, at Rolls-Royce. Then I worked for LG, which is like a Korean company. And then I worked on my own startup, which I worked for 8-9 months. Then I worked for Ansys, which is a software company. I was heading the business for the North America for Ansys. And then I started working at Lockheed. So I moved around quite a lot. I learned a lot. And with these times, I made a lot of mistakes. And those mistakes have told me what I am. Because, I believe in you don't learn from your success, you learn from your mistakes. And the more mistakes you do early in your career, the better it is. I can't afford making a mistake at 60 years old. But if I'm 30, I should do mistakes, because those are the ones that are going to hone my skills. And most importantly, those are the ones that are going to make me very confident. Because, career is all about, as we talk about, right, we are trying to tell the student, do this. You can do the best what you want, but a student is gonna make his mind, especially these days. This is not 1960s, I mean, the title we can change that, but I think the title I had right now is Space, the New Research Frontier, basically.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, Space, the New Research Frontier. That's what I mean. As I said, I don't put too much thought on title and all that. I believe more in content. But yeah, you're right. I think the title here is Space, the New Research Frontier. That's a first presentation. I can send you the title and all that. That's not a problem. And the second one is the Careerpedia, the do's and don'ts. So this is the next presentation, and that's where I talk about, and because, there's another thing that I realize nowadays, because I talk to so many students, I have been talking to so many students for like so many years, and now with Careerpedia, I have so much data in my mind. I can tell you, trust me, if a student talks to me, I can tell you what's going on, what is wrong, what he doesn't want, looking for or not. And there's the other reason, as I said, because I have crossed across so many fields, whether the departments, I mean, people who talk, you can, if you are a civil engineer, you can talk to me and I can understand. If you're a mechanical engineer, you can talk to me, I can understand what you're talking about. This is another thing that I realize now, that I can integrate people, and then I can talk to so many people. And it's not like I'm a metallurgist, I don't understand the metallurgy, I can understand that too, because that's what I studied too. Is getting launching a organization which is like a private sector. I think this is wonderful, awesome. I mean, if I think that they are moving towards that, where they will have a public enterprise and then they will have a private enterprise where they will be taking customers from all over the world. So if I'm Indonesia, I can launch their satellite and get money. It's like a business. And I think this is Yeah. So this is where the conference happened on Antrix. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, this is where now you will see opportunities coming in, because as soon as the private sector enters, then you will see the market opens up. And the current government in India is very pro open market and all that, as we know about, and hopefully they're going to be there for next 10 years or 15 years. If that's going to be the case, you will see that lot of public sector. I mean, Lockheed just started their new business at Lockheed, actually with Tata. It's called Tata Lockheed or something. They started their aero business. They just opened up last year or 2 years back their aerospace manufacturing something unit in Bangalore. And you will see, as these are something
Thanks a lot for agreeing for the same, because it was very odd timing, but the event was such that I thought that it would be a right event wherein all university students and professors are there. So thanks a lot for the same.
Yeah, and as I said, I can send you a Zoom link. The Zoom link I have works around for 300 students. So I don't know if it will be enough or not, but the maximum capacity, I have the Ohio State link that that I use is, but I think it limits 300 students, I believe, but
we are having our IT team, Dr. Amit. So if we share the Zoom link, would that be fine?
Yeah, that will be fine. Yeah. If they can share that,
I will talk across to IT team so that number of students can be increased. And also just a question, definitely as space exploration is you are saying that it's a new .com. So apart from mechanical, electrical, electronics, we are having physics department also and other departments. So which department should I really focus upon to position it in a right manner? I just want your opinion on the same also, because you are saying that public policy, we are having economic students also.
No,
I just want your suggestion.
Right. As I said, this is a career week. I think what I have followed is, because we are in virtual world now. We have to have a certain decorum and all that. So put everyone on mute. And then if you have question at the end, if you have like couple of moderators, this is what I have done at IIT Indore and IIT Ropar also.
Correct.
That if you have a couple of moderators, tell them to use, so their mic should be turned off all the time. Nobody should be allowed to speak, because otherwise there will be a lot of noise and all that. Somebody, maybe dog is barking or somebody's making food and the children are, this is a common thing these days, So they should be on mute, and then I can speak, I can talk, but they should use these Zoom interactive platform to ask questions.
Correct.
If they want to clap, they can do that. They can do everything there. So their mic should be muted at all the time. And if they have questions, just keep sending during the presentation or after the presentation on Zoom chat. And if there are a couple of moderators, they can go on mute and they can say, hey, there's a question from this person. And it goes very smoothly.
No, we do understand. So there will be presenter and the moderator view that will be shown on the screen. Rest, all of them will be on mute, and we will give the instructions to have their questions in the chat window. And we'll also try to collate some of the questions before.
This is not about me talking. This is about students. So
Exactly.
if I tell the students,
Right.
पेट में दर्द है तुम्हारे, and they are like, yeah, this and this and this and this, this is what I want from them. So if I'm able to excite their brain, and they are at the highest energy level, this is what I want. And what happens is, what I have noticed that after then, I'm in IIT Indore, to be honest with you, it went for 4 hours because I really want to answer everybody's questions, but there were 150 students, and I'm like, okay, 1, 2, 3, and then they are this, and then then students become very some became they are virtual. No, right, also just for career too, right? They are like they are in virtual this thing and uncertainty and all that. I mean, I remember my undergrad days, and you guys sure. No, it's like kya hoga mera, it's like that. And so I just try to tell them sab bhala hoga, tension mat lo tum.
And also this space domain is basically many people are not aware. Many students will not be aware. So
this is
great. So you definitely have a lot of questions, and I think they will be highly motivated. And that your talk definitely will be along that direction to motivate and to excite them that what they can do, wherever they are, whatever their specialization, what they can do, especially because we are in mechanical,
University of Michigan, which is the best one. So, these are, and I'm telling you, if he would have gone that, it would have been a disaster for him. Just as an example, I'm saying, this is what defines your career. That's a step. I remember, let me give you another example. When I was going for my IIT exam, I was going for IIT Kanpur for my counseling. Nobody in my family had IIT exam qualified at that time and all that. I had an uncle who was working at some administration at IIT Kanpur. So I was filling my, those days of counseling days, you have to fill and submit. And then I was submitting, so I wrote IIT Dhanbad because I thought their mining is the best. So I wrote that, and then I put BHU down. And I was going as I submitting that, because you have to submit it by paper to the person who was sitting there. My uncle came in between and said, what did you wrote? I said this. I said, what did you do? Put BHU first. Simple thing. I'm just telling you, these are so simple things. And so that was the luck. But if I can help these students, that I don't want that to happen to them. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah, all of the conversation is revolving around the graduation outcomes and all of those things, so that are very much essential for all of the students and also for the university also. We look forward for the same for your session along with the students, and it will be a perfect fit. And that's why, like, I invited you late in the night, but thanks a lot once again for this.